how did you get into the rail industry? Obviously you've been a DB now, but how did you first start in rail?
Yeah, I actually joined Deutsche Bahn in October 2019.
Okay.
So my background is more from mobile communications.
Okay.
I was working on 4G advanced technologies, and then also a bit in the automotive world for connectivity systems. And basically, the whole railway industry was, for me, a new system. And yeah, I basically then dived into the new connectivity parts for FRMCS.
Okay, so it's a kind of new industry for you, but obviously very challenging.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that in mind, what has been the most ambitious or innovative project you've worked on to date?
I think we have several ambitious activities, also basically included in this presentation on FRMCS. I understood at least you are asking about the period since I'm joining Deutsche Bahn, right? So, on the one hand side, I think quite a challenge is the standardization activity as such. So, on the one hand side, I think there are a lot of groups which need to interact with each other. This is, of course, a bit a challenge on the one hand side from an organizational perspective, from an information exchange perspective, but also the system as such is quite a complex one, I would say. It's challenging in terms of its features it shall provide, but also then the different parts or bringing different parts together is interesting, but also challenging. Considering that we also have a bit of timeline we want to fulfill at the end. So this is one part. But of course, for us, also interesting and challenging is the part with the field trials. So bringing all the theory into practice is from an organizational but also regulatory point, a challenging situation. But this gives, of course, also a lot of opportunities for getting insights.
Okay, and just Richard, from your own point of view, why do you see FRMCS as being such an important technology for the rail industry now and moving forward?
Maybe this is also a bit twofold. On the one hand side, we see that GSMR is going to be not run forever and will be disabled at one point in time. So as mentioned in the presentation, expected around 2035, which is still a bit way to go. But in order to be prepared, I think FRMCS is important. It will be at the end also, I think, from a regulatory point of view, important. And I think, and this is at least the main issue from our side as digital rail, is that all the digital rail operation applications need to rely on that, because otherwise we wouldn't have the required connectivity available.
Potentially a big opportunity for rail to, create new applications, potentially specific rail applications. Okay, and in terms of what you're going to be covering, can you give us a taste of what your presentation will cover for those who aren't obviously aware of what you do at DB?
Yeah, basically I will give insight about why we need FRMCS, what FRMCS is looking like, or what the components are, how we see FRMCS shall be constructed of, and of course about all the activities we are currently already active in and also plan in the future for an introduction of FRMCS.
Fantastic. And finally, the last question is, obviously we're pleased to have you at the conference this year alongside the other speakers who are presenting. What are you most looking forward to at this year's conference?
Yeah, I think the exchange of it, it depends a bit how this works in a remote situation, but I think the interesting part is having a lot of railways also in there, a lot of stakeholders, and getting an exchange on different viewpoints, on probably different technologies, aspects, and I think this is the most interesting part I'm quite looking forward to.
Well, listen, we're excited here as well, Richard, and I have to say thank you very much for giving us the time to sit down and speak to you today. We look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks present at the conference live, and thank you very much for your time.